Hey guys, this is Jake from Club 51 Disc Golf, and today we're talking about Discmania Q Line. Today we'll be going over if they actually do go farther, and a typical kind of disc review, and then what I like and what I don't like. So, should be a good video. I did want to talk about the flight numbers. On the FD, the Premier, it says 7701, and on a regular S-Line FD, it's 7601. This is something I would really like more manufacturers to do between plastics. Say you have like a DX Wraith and a Halo Star Wraith. A DX Wraith is going to be so much flippier than the Halo Star. So them having the same flight numbers does not make sense to me because, flight numbers matter. Alright, so for the MD3s, the stock run, pretty dead straight. A little bit of fade, but didn't really do anything in the wind. The Q line, the wind did play with it a little bit more, but still the same flight, didn't go much farther. Now for the FDs, it's a very pushy disc, especially this older run of FD I have. I do think they both go very far, but the Q line just has a little bit more push, I feel like. Not as much fade at the end, but definitely a little bit more glide, like the flight number suggested. And yeah, these things I think bomb to begin with, but having it in this Q line plastic is great. Same thing with this one. Tons of glide, real pushy. I think it's a great disc and Q line and S line. So this DD1 shocked me. First, it shocked me on how flippy it was, how much airtime I had to get. And then the second thing was just how far it went. It was so far. Cloudbreaker, I'm not too crazy on. It's just an overstable destroyer. Great for flex lines. Alright, so do they go farther? These, not really. If anything, the MD3 just kind of cut through the wind a little better than a stock MD3. This one kind of just did the same thing and like went the same distance each time. The FDs, at times I did feel like I could throw the Premier FD a little bit farther, but just the regular S-Line FD can do that too. But I would say kinda goes farther. And then the DD3 and the Cloudbreaker, I don't have another Cloudbreaker unfortunately. For the slot that the Cloudbreaker has, I think it does go farther. Super overstable, real nice flex lines, but it's not really like a bomber DD3 disc, which they're not the same disc, so like what am I saying? The Q-Line DD1 is the one that really did go farther than anything else I've thrown. Like I was pumping this, I think 420, 430. I don't throw 430, but this disc kind of unlocked that for me. Do I think it's something that will make my bag? No, and here's why. It's just too flippy. Like I had to throw it very high in the air, give it so much air time, and like that's not a shot you need on the course, but it does go farther. Would I bag them? This is kind of the disc review part. Already bagging MD3. This is no different. So no. FD maybe. Like I said, maybe. Just because it like kind of get a little bit more distance. Cloudbreaker also a maybe, just because of how well it holds the flex line and just how far it goes with that flex. And the DD1, we already kind of discussed this. Not really. I think it's cool. I think it's a great disc. I think it's a fun disc. I don't think it's going to be in my bag though. One thing I disliked was just the feel of the flight plate. It just feels a little too like toy plastic. Like, it doesn't really feel like a disc. Kind of just feels like a piece of plastic. And don't get me wrong, this DD1 does go very far. It's just the feel in my hand is not something I enjoy.
Club 51 Disc Golf.